If you have ever wondered, why is my colleague earning more than me when we do similar work? Then this unit is for you, because it is all about how companies figure out who gets paid and how much. Welcome to the rapid roundup of Unit 7, Job Evaluation and Internal Equity. Let us start with internal equity. Hmm? Imagine you are in a movie set, okay? If the hero, the side character, and the junior artist, they are all being paid exactly the same, despite them having different responsibilities or even screen times, dialogues. You know, won't you feel it is unfair? Say you are a hero, you are having to work, say, day in, day out, you have had to go through a lot of body transformations, or maybe even if you are a heroine, very challenging things. And say a dance extra or a scene extra, some junior artist, you are they are also getting crores of rupees or lakhs of rupees just to show, just to come and stand there in a scene where you are doing all sorts of heavy lifting. Is it fair to you? If you're a junior artist, yes. But is it going to be fair to you if you are the, hero or heroine? Hmm? No, right? Doesn't feel fair. Or rather, let's say the junior artist is only getting paid 1,000 rupees. You also will be given 1,000 rupees. Fair? You are having to toil day in, day out for 60, 70, 80 days of shoot or whatever it is. And they just come, show their face in a dance number, and they go. Or they just stand there in the crowd and go. You and them. 1,000 rupees. Good? No, none of this seem fair, right? So internal equity is about making sure employees are paid fairly based on the relative worth of their jobs within the company. So it is not about, say, who argues the loudest or brings cakes on birthdays. It is about fair comparison. And when this fairness exists, employees will feel valued, the motivation goes up, and the HR will get fewer complaints, which is a dream come true for HR people, right? But fairness inside a company is not just enough. It is not always the only thing that is enough. There is something also known as external equity. This is about making sure the salary offered by a company is competitive with what other companies are paying for similar jobs. Like, how much do I get as a hero in an average or in a normal Malayalam film versus how much will I get in, say, Hindi or from Telugu? External equity. Hmm? This is about making sure the salary offered by a company is competitive with what other companies are paying. Because, let us face it, if you are being underpaid, then LinkedIn is just a click away. Naukri is just an app away, right? So, a good compensation policy should balance both internal as well as external equity to keep the team happy and the company competitive. Now, how do we actually decide the worth of a job? Hmm? This is where job evaluation steps in. It is like the HR version of your Shark Tank. Have you guys seen Shark Tank? It's a very good watch, especially for managerial students. This is a systematic method that helps compare different jobs in the organization based on factors like, say, skill, effort, responsibility, and working conditions. The goal here is to make salary structures more logical and less like guesswork. There are several ways that we can go about in evaluating jobs. So one is the point method. So this assigns scores to different aspects like the skills or the responsibilities. If you love numbers, then this is a method right for you. Then we also have the ranking method. This is where jobs are simply arranged from, say, the highest to the lowest in terms of its value. This is very quick, but it is a bit too much like grading your term and examination answer papers without the invigilators being given a scoring guide. Each people will feel like, okay, different areas are important, so let me rank accordingly, like that. No. So that is one drawback of this ranking method. There is also something known as the direct consensus method. It is it is where the job value is decided by mutual agreement between the management and the employees. Okay. And then we also have Hey or guide chart profile method. Hey method, also known as the mm, guide chart profile method. Okay. This is mostly used for managerial roles where job evaluation is mixed with the market rates. This is a nice blend of internal and external equity. Now, before we can do this job evaluation, before we can evaluate a job, we need to know what that job actually involves. And that is where the job analysis and job description comes in. Job analysis is like the detective work. It collects all the details about a role, what all tasks are involved, the responsibilities, what skills are required, and such things. Job description is the polished output of job analysis. It is a formal write up that the HR can now show to its potential hires, auditors, or let's be honest, even confused managers. Hmm? Have you ever had a job call wherein they tell you about, see, we have an opening for so and so position in so and so firm, and they will tell you what are the skills that are required, what are the responsibilities, things like that. Sometimes even they will send you an email with all those things so that you can take a look at it and tell them whether you are interested in that job, in getting proceeding with that interview and things like that. That is job description. Hmm? So now how does all of this link to our salary? Hmm? That is what is important for us, right? Because that is what the whole point of MMPH 7 is. All whatever HR concepts we have studied so far, how does all of this link to salary, the compensation? That is the whole concept of MMPH 7. So how does it link to salary? Or like we call it wage fixation, wage fixation. Once the job is evaluated and is placed in the company's hierarchy, the salary can be set accordingly. Like, for example, if a sales executive is evaluated to require more skill and responsibility than a marketing assistant, then they will likely be slotted into a higher pay grade. Simple, right? And this system ensures that no one is randomly overpaid or underpaid. It all ties back to the actual worth of the job. Now, implementing all of this job evaluation is a bit like organizing a wedding, I can say. Everyone has opinions, and getting to an agreement is very tough. But with proper processes like forming committees and choosing the right method, communicating clearly, and updating regularly, it can be done smoothly. Management support and employee trust are crucial here. HR also needs a good grievance redressal system to handle any sort of disputes that might arise. Because when money is involved, emotions are going to run high, right? Kanagam moolam, Kamini moolam, Kalaham sulabidam, Ulagil sulabidam, something like that, no? I forgot that. But yeah, money is always a very good factor for fights. We all know, right? Is there any family which doesn't even have one fight on terms of money? Most of our relatives will be fighting over some ancestral property, right? So money means fight. Kalaham, Palavidam, Ulagil Sulavam. That is what it is. Kanagam Moolam, Kamini Moolam, Kalaham Palavidam, Ulagil Sulavam. That means because of money and because of lover, there are multiple different ways of fight all over the world. Yeah. Um, so where were we? Yeah, the money is involved, emotions run high. Yeah, that is where we were. Now, some unique methods of job evaluation are also there, like the time span of discretion method and the decision brand method. Let us look at these things. Now, time span of discretion method is looks at how long the impact of your decisions last, your salary decisions last. And the decision band method evaluates the level of decision making that is involved in your job. There is also one more method, that is the point rating method. Okay, point rating method. This is a bit like scoring exams, and it also sometimes feels stressful. That's stressful. Another method is the job classification method. Job classification method. This groups similar jobs together. It is easy to implement, but it does not always catch the finer differences between the roles. So, how do you do job analysis or job descriptions or job evaluations? How do all of these connect together? You can think of it like this: job analysis, okay? Job analysis is like the research. It's like your project work, the research that you do. Job description is like your project report. Okay, and job evaluation is like your judgment. It is like this. That is how these three connect. You need all these three to build a fair compensation system. Without job analysis, you are simply guessing. Without job descriptions, nobody knows exactly what to expect. And without job evaluation, salary decisions will be left to chance, or worse, office politics. So that was the rapid roundup of Unit 7. Thank you for choosing Anu's Classroom as your learning partner. I hope you have subscribed to the channel. Let's meet again in the next video. Happy learning.